I moved from the US all the way to Norway, and since I got here, there have been so many beautiful things that I have fallen in love with in this country. But the one thing that shocked me, healthcare. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining my first experience with the Norwegian healthcare system, how it works, and much more. All right, the first thing that really surprised me is the fastlege system. So every single person here in Norway gets assigned their own doctor, not a random clinic. You don't have to bounce from doctor to doctor. It's your own personal doctor that helps you with all the things you need. At first, I thought it was a little strange, right? Getting assigned your own doctor, but then I realized this is actually pretty smart for a few reasons. One, you don't have to bounce from office to office, repeating the same story over and over again. And two, that doctor will have a stored record of all your medical issues or problems that you need to talk about. And I remember when I would go to the doctor in the US, I would always get a new one. I would never have the exact same one every time I had to go. So this was such an efficient system, and it was so easy to just book an appointment on the website and then you just go and it's the same doctor, right? So you don't have to talk to them about different things. It was just so simple and so smart to have the system. So that's the first thing that I noticed. All right, and the next thing that really surprised me is something called Dr. Drop-in. Now, I had never heard about this until I came to Norway. And basically what this system is you'll go online and you'll book an appointment. Now, there's many time slots open with many different doctors. So you easily will go on the website, book your appointment, and then when you go to the doctor, you'll go to one of these offices, which they have a lot of them around Norway. You'll enter this room. The room I went in was just 2 chairs, and it was so empty, so quiet, so peaceful. You click this little machine that you have an appointment, and then you sit down and you wait for the doctor. And I remember within minutes, the doctor called my name and I went in. And I remember the doctor being so thorough, so efficient. It was unbelievable to me. And the fee is around 700 krone, which is a little expensive, but I think it's so efficient because one, you don't have long waiting times. It's so easy to do this. And this is how healthcare should be. I remember just leaving and being like, wow, this is how healthcare should be, you know? And that was something that really surprised me. So I really like using that. If I need to go to the doctor for something urgent, I can just go on the website, book it so easily, and within literally hours or minutes, I'm done. Not hours, like maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending on what your issue is, of course, is how long it'll take, but they're super thorough. I went for them to check my ears, so it took around 20 minutes, and I just remember being blown away. So that was another thing that surprised me, Dr. Drop-in. The next thing that really surprised me is how organized the healthcare system is here. And it's all done through this website called Helse Norge, which is basically your online portal. So basically on this website, you can do everything. You can check your test results, you can change your doctor, you can book appointments, you can do anything related to health. And this was so amazing for me to discover because it's so simple. You don't need private health insurance, you don't need multiple paperwork. All you do is go on this one website and it stores everything. And it was so efficient and so organized, you know? And it's amazing because it's built into the tax money. You know, everyone contributes a little and then you get all this amazing healthcare. It's healthcare for everyone, no matter who you are. You get the same care, the same access. It's so fair. Everyone pays the same price. They all get the same access. So I think that was something that surprised me. It was just how simple you can access all the information you need. You don't need to go on multiple websites or search for different things or call people. You just go on this one health portal and everything you need is at your fingertips. So that was something I found really surprising and so efficient about the Norwegian healthcare system. All right, guys, and I just want to clarify. So Dr. Drop-in is private. It does cost a little bit more and it is significantly less waiting time. So it is different from the public healthcare system. Just so you guys know, they are separate. One's private, one's public. So I just want to clarify that for you guys. Now, one of the biggest surprises I experienced about the Norwegian healthcare is going to the public doctor. And I actually went with my wife. So it was my first time experiencing this public healthcare. But I remember just booking the appointment online. She booked it. And then we went to the doctor's office. And I remember entering the place. And then you don't even have to show any paperwork, right? No insurance, no ID. You just say your name, your time of the appointment, and then you go sit down. And it was a very nice waiting area. There was a lot of chairs. It was comfortable. It was also very quiet, like awkwardly quiet. You could basically hear people blinking. But then you have to wait maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes. It all depends on what the person seeing the doctor, what their needs are. So that can take a certain amount of time, you wait. And then I remember her being seen by the doctor, very efficient, depending on what you need help with, it can take some time. But then you just leave and you only have to pay, get this, $24 US dollars, which is around 240 krone. And when I heard that, I thought that was just a tax. I didn't know that that was actually just to see the doctor, and I was in shock. I could not believe it. And the crazy thing is you pay the same every time. So you don't have to worry about the price changing or it being very expensive. Every single time, okay, it is going to be cheap. And personally, I would take that even if you have to wait a long time, because that is ridiculously cheap to see a doctor. That is unbelievable. I've never heard of that pricing anywhere until I came to Norway. And yes, the wait is long sometimes, but again, it's totally worth it. And I remember just thinking, this is how healthcare should be. Like, this is literally amazing. This system is amazing. I mean, there's probably things that should be improved, but from what I experienced, I was in shock. I was like, this is just amazing. It's incredible. So experiencing the public doctor was definitely really, really nice, and A+ for me. What also surprised me was how much the healthcare system actually covers here. It is pretty crazy. Kids get free dental care and also prescriptions, specialists, and there's even mental health and physical therapy included if you need it, which is amazing to be able to have access to. That is just incredible. Also, this was really cool. What I found out is if you're an adult and you spend a certain amount in a year, which is around 300 USD, so 3,000 krone, if you spend that much in 1 year, everything else after that is covered. So you spend $300, everything else after that is completely free. So that was also something really cool that I discovered, and I thought that it was just amazing to hear too. And the best part is how connected all of this is. The pharmacy, the digital system, and even your doctor are all connected. So you don't need endless paperwork, or you don't need to call a million places to get things. It is all in one place, which is amazing to have this all connected with you. What really surprised me most about Norway's healthcare system isn't how it just works out, but how it feels. And it feels so trustworthy, which I think is one of the most important things in a society, is having a trustworthy healthcare and a trustworthy network that you can rely on no matter who you are, where you're from, or what the problem is. And I think this is one of Norway's most underrated things. You do have the nature, you have the quiet, you have the peace, but I think the system is something that really stands out in Norway. And I think it's some of the best healthcare I've ever experienced in my life, is just how simple it is, how you can get it so quickly, and how it feels. So yeah, that's what surprised me most about Norway's healthcare system. And the best part, when a doctor prescribes you something, it just shows up in your health portal, you go pick it up, no paperwork, done within 10 minutes. So easy, so efficient, and it saves you so much time, right? You don't need to go looking to all these places or wait long times. You just pick everything up, and it's so easy. So yeah, guys, that does it for the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love each and every one of you guys. I will see you in the next one. YouTube is going to recommend this video right here. Sorry, on this side, make sure you go click on it, and I will see you in the next one. Have the best day, week, night, ever, morning, afternoon, whatever you're watching this from. I'll see you later. Peace. Bam.